him. I'm doing the intro. Hello, everyone.
Correct.
And welcome to Hush Hallows, a Monster of the Week story here on Dice Priori. I am playing Oak tonight. I am a spellslinger, Oak Williams. A couple quick channel announcements before we let everyone else introduce themselves. Let's see here. We're still chugging along there with our 1,200 follower giveaway. Be sure that if you're enjoying tonight's stream, be sure to follow. If you're already following, consider subscribing. If you're already subscribed, consider doing a gift subscription. Boom, ba, boom. Yeah. And Ghost of the Machine is on hiatus, our wonderful first ever story here, a D&D story. When it comes back, it will not be D&D. It will be using another system. If you want to help us with the system search, join our Discord and make some suggestions, or find our thread on Twitter, I believe it's pinned, and give us your suggestion. Right now we're looking at Strike, ! And Spire, which is pretty cool, and some others. Thank you, Happy Caster, for the gifted sub. You're too cute. Gifted a sub to Chase. Chase, why aren't you subbed already? I think that's all the high-level announcements. Oh, and look out for the return of Community Theater. Liz is taking a break from running those wonderful one-shots and two-shots for the community. Be on the lookout for the next round of applications and stuff. And I think that's everything. I don't know. Ty, are you next?
And I think I'm last. Let's go to Emma next.
Hello, everyone. I'm Emma, and you can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. And this is my cat, Thor. He'll be joining us this evening. Tonight I am playing... Oh, I use she, her pronouns, and tonight I am playing Lucy Doe, who's using the Monstrous playbook. She's our resident cranky Grim Reaper, and she also uses she, her pronouns. Let's go to Kaya.
Wasn't expecting to be so soon. Hello everyone, I'm Kayagasa. You can find me on Twitter sphere at Crit Charisma. I play Isabeau Hauer. We both use she, her pronouns. Isabeau Hauer is a pararomantic playbook. My dog is not joining me. He is in bed. So just Emma's cat. Maria,
That's me. Hello, I'm Maria. I use they, she pronouns. Tonight, I am playing Hektor Bartholomew, who uses he, him pronouns. He also uses the Mad Scientist playbook, which is a fan-made playbook that is super fun and awesome. And he's 70 years old. And a delight. Ty?
And I am Ty. You can find me at Ballroom Brawler on Twitter. I use he, him pronouns. I will be the keeper for this evening and all evenings. And hopefully joining us later will be Chris, who is playing Raphael the Divine, using the Divine playbook. And he is also on Twitter, but doesn't use it. So, with that. Last time on Hush Hallows, the group of Oak, Isabeau, Cal, and Lucy headed into Nana's Fat Slabs, the butchery and eating establishment on the edge of town of Hush Hallows, who was owned by a former hunter named Nana. The scene was mysterious and bloody in this place, as the power was no longer working, and there was a trail of blood leading through this establishment and to a secretive basement that was locked and the crew had been in before. Upon entering, they found 4 dead bodies and the rapidly dying body of Nana. They said some goodbyes, Oak took her shotgun, and Lucy helped her leave this mortal realm. On the other side of town, at the Wake and Bake, the local bed and breakfast, Hektor Bartholomew, the mad scientist, entered town and met Raphael, got situated for a little bit, before Raphael came in at around 10 p.m. and basically dragged him off to follow destiny. Back at Nana's Fat Slabs, among the bodies, the party decided to go try to find some books pertaining to some mysteries they were currently working on. And in order to get rid of the bodies, Oak summoned a horrible monster made of flesh and dozens of mouths, which throws some of the party out, with Lucy and Isabeau leaving to go outside, and Cal and Oak inside. Shortly after, the monster reacted to something, screaming loudly and backing away as one of the arms of the bodies began to move. And that's what happened last time on Hallows. We are going to start, actually, still, with Raphael and Hektor. Moonlight illuminates the quiet streets of Hallows. You pass several trailers and broken-down carnival equipment, as there was a festival here recently that is stuck in town because of police. The streets are silent, but are broken by the loud noises this pickup truck makes, as you two head towards the unknown. Hektor, do you say anything? Or do anything on this car ride?
He is definitely looking around. It's dark, but he's kind of trying to see if anything he sees looks familiar at all. And I think the only thing he would ask is, so what's this fancy pamphlet
Well,
about?
this pamphlet has taken me on many an adventure with me and my friends.
Who are these friends that I assume these friends, we're going to these friends yet, yes?
I sure hope so. The pamphlet of my mind is guiding us there, I believe. There's a man named Oak. I gotta protect him. There's a Lucy. She's a little mean, but she's nice. And then I think that's it as far as I can recall. Darlene is still sleeping.
They sound lovely. Do they have their own pamphlet?
I think I'm the only one.
Okay.
And he pulls out the pamphlet, which, as you can see, is still entirely blank. There's nothing on it. Is just a blank piece of paper, folded like a pamphlet with no ink on it.
Do you mind if I peruse your pamphlet?
He looks nervous.
I'm not going anywhere, I promise.
A quick looks at Daisy would be all right. And you see him like hand it over, one eye on the road, one eye on you, in an extremely dangerous driving situation.
Look at this paper. Backwards and forwards. Is it completely blank?
It is completely blank.
This is very not good.
Oh, also, I want you to roll from before with how you're describing it. I want you to roll fractured memory.
I can do that. That's word. 8.
A mixed success. So as you are driving to places unknown, you look around and you see some buildings are familiar, and as you kind of look at them, it flashes, and you see how it looked 40 years ago in the 80s. You see Skate World, the skate rink, which now is decrepit and closed, boarded up. You see it in its heyday, where there were practically lines outside of people walking in with roller skates and blades, and you see it in its full glory. You see, I think, Wood closer to its inception, which was a very popular bar while there were others in town. Now is much more stylized, and the others around it have closed down. But you see these flashes of how things used to be and how they are now as you continue to drive.
Okay. I think he's like looking at this pamphlet and he looks out the window and kind of gets distracted by all of that and is just kind of holding this blank piece of paper in front of him and looking out the windows. Just super lost in thought.
I can see you are done with the pamphlet. May I take it back?
Oh, yeah. He just kind of
Freely grabs it, folds it up, and puts it back in his pocket. And you continue to drive for maybe around 15 to 20 more minutes until you see a lone road on the outskirts of town. and you can see a single building in the distance. However, something strikes you as odd, and we are going to switch perspectives. Lucy, you stand outside of Nana's Fat Slabs. Isabeau, you are also there, recovering from the disgusting sights and smells from the basement. Both of you see headlights in the distance, approaching from the single road that leads to Nana's. However, you both notice these headlights are growing closer at an alarming rate, with no indication of slowing down. Both roll keep your cool. Or, sorry, not keep your cool, it's act under pressure.
I was like,
Keep
which
your cool
roll is that?
I think Urban Shadows.
I didn't question it. We're adding cool to that, right?
Cool. Yeah.
That is a 7.
I have a 9.
Okay, both of you guys are mixed. So the worst outcome, hard choice, or price to pay. The hard choice is this car is now maybe 50 feet away from you, and it is coming at this lodge at full speed. You can either try to protect yourself or protect this lodge.
There's headlights coming like directly towards the building,
Yes.
not slowing down.
No.
That's not good.
And we have to choose between protecting ourselves and protecting the lodge.
Yes.
Is there a C option, which is perhaps stopping the car?
Oh, you can try to stop the car, but it will either hurt. It's going to hurt something because of it. The keep your cool mixed success is that something is going to get injured during this transaction.
Well,
Okay.
okay.
Okay. I think Lucy's probably going to do something a little stupid, but she is going to yell at Isabeau to run, and then she's going to step forward, but make herself incorporeal in front of the car. The goal here is that she's unsure if these people are trying to do harm or if they're, I don't know, stupid.
Make it swerve.
So she's trying to make it swerve, or she's trying to scare it, maybe. She's trying to make herself look a little spooky.
Okay.
I want to blow out one of the tires
Okay.
Oh,
Just try that.
to make it.
Roll a kick some ass.
Uh, 9.
That is a mixed success. I don't even know what that does.
Yeah, Lucy says run, and I run like to the side and then up and try to like blow out one of the tires to get it to swerve.
With a mixed success on both, you will not get a good hit on one of the tires. If you stay where you are, you will get a good hit. You get a mixed success on 2.
Then I'll stay where I am. This is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt. It's gonna suck.
Here's what happens. You both are taken slightly by surprise by this car, which is getting closer. Seems to be a blue, kind of a teal, not sports car, but 4-door. It's a Nissan Altima. And Isabeau, or let's start with Lucy. Lucy, you go incorporeal as soon as this thing, like the bumper, drives into you and through you. You do not feel anything, but this car does not slow down or react in the slightest.
Great.
You see, and I think you see just for a split second, the driver is a bald man with a thick black goatee, and he has vacant eyes, and does not even react to you. And you not only pass through him, or the car, but you pass through him as well, as it just drives through you. Isabeau, you shoot and you do hit with one of the, what does it look like when you do that? Describe it.
I muted. It was fine. I guess if it's gonna be like right on top of me, I think I'm just like trying to jam the mace under it. I don't know. Can I throw fireballs? I don't think I can throw fireballs. That's not a thing I
Sure,
have.
don't think you can yet. No.
Yeah, sure can't. So, I just essentially try to like dodge and like jam the mace into one of the tires to like try and get it to skirt.
Okay, here's what happens. You manage to slightly get out of the way using your mace to, it's kind of a spike strip of sorts to try to stop this car. The car does hit it as well as clips you. You are going to take 2 harm
Ooh.
as you are thrown sideways.
Yep.
Still conscious, but injured.
Oh, I don't think I ever recovered for the one, so
You
I'm
sure
hurt.
didn't, because you guys came pretty quickly from that last...
Came pretty quickly. Uh-huh.
off that last mystery. And the car begins, as one of the tires is blown out, begins to skid. Losing a little bit of speed, but it does crash. Now, not head-on, but partially through the front door/wall of Nana's fat slabs. And you see these sparks of flame beginning to emanate from the hood. And we will go downstairs as you guys watch this. Oak and Cow, the scene in the basement has shifted rapidly from disgusting to chaotic. Dimly lit by Cow's flame, you see the many-mouthed flesh blob, which is emanating a cacophony of screams, trying to back up towards the portal from whence it came, which is now rapidly flickering out of existence. One of the partially eaten corpses on the floor has begun to raise. An arm rising from the shoulder, its forearm hanging limp. Its head lazily rolls up and left, dead eyes looking vacantly past you. What do you do?
I think Oak is going to not instinctively, but panically reach for the shotgun that Nana just gave him and
Okay.
level it at the moving corpse.
Yeah, absolutely. Roll kick some ass.
This is tough, yeah?
Yeah.
Okay. I don't think I get any bonuses. Nope. Okay. There. Oh, so good. Wait, what? Oh, okay. It's a 7. It's a 7.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm not looking at it on the...
It was bordered in red, but they just do that when one of the 6s rolls a 1.
I see.
I was confused. I was like, did I miss? No, it's a 7 total.
I see. Okay. 7 total. That is a mixed success. So let's talk about what happens. You level your shotgun at this thing, and where are you aiming? I mean, are you aiming? It's a soft shotgun.
I'm aiming at, like, the head. I'm doing zombie movie style, baby.
Okay. You blow off a chunk of its shoulder and head, like from here to here.
Mm-hmm.
Just torn apart by the shotgun blast. As this thing, like, slowly raises to its knees and lunges at you. Mm-hmm. You catch a fist, but not like a straight punch, more of a caused by the momentum of the body through the arm, across the face, and the nails scrape deeply into you. You only take 1 harm.
Okay. Can I say with the mixed success, do I choose 1 improvement on the action?
That is a 10 plus. You choose 1 improvement. On a 7 to 9, you put harm on each other.
Thank you. Cool.
10 plus is choose 1.
Thanks.
Hal just goes, "What the fuck?" And looks to you for answers.
I don't think this was me. I did my spell right. I'm almost certain of it.
Roll a convince. No, I'm joking. You don't have to.
I think Oak just says. I think I say. I don't know what to do. How many corpses are animating?
There are 1 is animated. You now see the stirrings and the other 3.
We should run.
Yeah. Okay. That sounds all right. Roll act under pressure.
That's cool.
Yeah.
This is not the consequences of my own magic, right?
No, this is not.
Just 12.
Very good. On a 12, you don't have that advantage, do you?
No, not yet.
Yeah, on a 10 plus, you do what you set out to do. You book it first with Cal hitting up behind you as you run past. Are you taking anything with you that you've, other than the shotgun? Are you leaving the books behind or taking them?
I would have taken whatever book I had in my hand.
Okay, you just have the one then.
Yeah.
You book it, shotgun and book, up the narrow ladder that leads to the hatch that leads out of here, with Cal kind of backing you up, kind of like shooting flames, just kind of haphazardly, more to distract than actually injure.
Mm-hmm.
And as you turn to make your way up, you see the portal behind you fade, the many-mouthed blob still in this route. And you make your way up the hatch with Cal following.
Cal, I think we're about to learn if zombies still counts as corpses for corpse-eating demons.
Not something I thought I'd have to not something I thought I'd have to learn or would be relevant in my life.
This actually, we might be the first people to learn this. I could, like, publish a paper somewhere.
Or a book.
Yeah. Oak, Cal, and the Corpse Eater.
So that sounds like a young children's adventure.
Yeah, I'm not a very good writer.
You make your way out of the hatch on the bottom, and now you see there is as you were making your way up, you heard a loud crash. As you kind of open the hatch, see through the freezer door, there is a blue Nissan Altima now lodged inside of Nana's that has broken the wall and the door down and has caught fire now, just to the beginning of this, where it crashed in. And you can now see, I think probably through the window, you can see Isabeau lying on the ground. You can see Lucy in a translucent form on the other side.
You just see Isabeau with just like one thumb.
Tragic.
Damn it. Yeah, I said zombies in the basement.
I think that Lucy will very slowly turn around and see are the sparks from the car, they're gonna like set the house on fire, right?
The lodge has begun to catch on fire.
Great, good, fantastic, wonderful. This is super duper. So I will look at the other two and say, is there a fire extinguisher in there, or should we go? Also, I don't know who this dude, we gotta do something, I think.
I don't know. I feel like I really need those books, but I don't know what to do. We can't.
Fire extinguisher. Is there a fire extinguisher in there? They're usually in the kitchen, but they're technically supposed to be near the doorway.
Oh, look.
Yeah. As you guys are shouting across this burning car on opposite sides, roll act under pressure, Oak, if you want to try to find a fire extinguisher.
Okay. That's cool. 12.
Very good. Yeah. You find it does take a little bit of time. It's not where it should be. It is like behind a desk, like on the opposite end.
Its tag has absolutely no check marks or anything.
Yeah, for sure doesn't.
OSHA violations
Yeah.
left and right.
Yeah.
Damn it. Damn it, Nana.
It's from 15 years ago.
But you do find one. It's just hit, and it doesn't take a terrible amount of time. It takes a little bit. The fire is now like clearly on the wall.
I will then start using the frickin' fire extinguisher.
Excellent. Yeah, you are starting to put it out a little bit.
Okay.
Am I
Little
able
bit.
to? Am I
Little.
able to stand up or no?
Yeah.
How
Stand
bad
up.
is it?
How much
How
harm-
bad
how
is
much-
3?
3 harm? You're not incapacitated yet.
That's a great benchmark.
Yeah, is what it is. You're not at the dying point.
I'm not at unstable, which is 4, but I'm right under it.
You're right under unstable, so there are clear lacerations on your body. You probably haven't broken a bone yet, but you're
It
getting
hurts.
to a point where it might be soon.
Okay, I will roll over and stand up. Ow. You know what, Lucy? I should have listened to you. That was a horrible idea. Oh, that sucks. I'm gonna sit down.
You hear Cal shout across the car. How you doing? You all right?
That hurts. That hurts. I got hit by a car, but I kind of took out a wheel. I don't know. It's not great.
He looks at the popped wheel and the burning car right in front of him. Throws a cautious thumbs up.
Thanks for the support, bud. Thanks for the support. Really. Does anyone see my mace?
It got tossed a little bit away from you, but there is a mace like 15 feet away.
Okay. I sure did attack a car and it hit back. I think it did more damage to me than the car.
Is there something getting out of the car?
There is nothing getting out of the car.
Okay.
How close are you getting up?
No.
Are you closer to... No?
That was more of a player question, sorry.
Oh, okay. No. Nothing's getting out of the car.
Oak, though, is wondering how effective this fire extinguisher is being.
You're not putting out all of the fire. No, you're keeping the fire at bay currently.
Okay, I drop the fire extinguisher, or I chuck it to Lucy. I'll chuck it to Lucy and see. I don't care if she catches. I just chuck it towards her.
Knocks Lucy out.
And then I am going to try to use. So here's my thinking. I have earth wall, maybe a big old wall of dirt just on the fire.
Yeah, that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Smart. Look at you.
I was really trying not to use magic, and then I'm just going to summon up a wall of earth and dirt.
Yeah, roll it. Whatever. That's use magic, and I'm not sure.
Yeah, it's weird no matter what. Yeah. There we go.
It's 6. Check.
It's a 5. It's a 5.
5.
But hold on. Oak hates using magic. So, I have could have been worse. When you miss with the use magic roll, you can choose one of the following options instead of losing control of the magic. I can either fizzle, or this is gonna suck. The effect happens, but you trigger all the glitches but one, and that is the one I'm gonna do. I get to pick the one I avoid.
Okay, which one are you going to avoid?
I'm gonna avoid taking harm. I think that's one of the options.
So what will happen is, the effect will be weakened, it won't last long, it'll draw immediate unwelcome attention, and will have a problematic side effect. Which is
actually,
perfect.
you know what? I'll take the harm, but I want the effect at full strength, actually, if that's okay.
Okay, so not weakened.
Yeah.
Okay, so it'll be short duration, you'll take the 1 harm, ignore armor,
Yeah.
you don't want detection, and problematic side effect. Okay.
Yep.
So, what does it look like when Oak does this?
So I think he gets all the runes in place in the air very quickly, interlocking his hands, doing his chant, and then he goes to summon it, and one of the runes kind of turns at the last second, and he kind of looks at it, and he's like, "Why'd you do that?" And there's just this kind of, and the earthen wall is probably bigger than he expected. It's a chunky boy, and it just comes, I think, piling down on him as well as the fire.
Okay, so here that happens, and the fire it doesn't last long. It kind of shoots up quickly and quickly dissipates. The problematic side effect is as you cast this, you hear a, "Ah!" and you see the wall has hit Cal as well and propelled him up to the ceiling, knocking his head onto the ceiling. You also hear noises coming from the freezer where you came from. So, after that, the fire is mostly put out. There are still some embers, and there is smoke rising. At the beginning of this dirt road, Raphael and Hektor, you see smoke rising from the building in front of you.
Is that supposed to do that?
My pamphlet voice told me that there was trouble ahead, and I mean, this is not outside the realm of normalcy. You got a fire extinguisher or some sort of... I saw a bunch of beakers and Bunsen burners, and think a flask or two. Do you got any sort of?
He'll move the kind of leathery briefcase that he had onto his lap and open it up and kind of rifle run inside. And there's definitely the sound of like metallic pieces and glass kind of clinking against each other. Nothing useful for fires, putting out fires specifically.
That's unfortunate. And you all drive, and the rest of the group, you can now see the familiar red pickup truck of Raphael Thompson approaching with a white-haired man in the passenger seat. And they all quickly emerge. Or the two of them quickly emerge from the truck. This is them. This is some of them.
Hello.
Hey, Lucy.
We can do introductions later. We do have to deal with the fact that there are, in fact, zombies here. The house is on fire, and this dude just drove through me and into the house, which is technically what caused the fire. I'm not sure who or what. I'm not.
Did you in fact infer that there were undead creatures here?
Oh, yep.
Where?
No.
It's very important. It's kind of my specialty.
I love how you just said, where? No. I need that on a bumper sticker.
From the pile of rubble, Oak is going to hold up a hand and point towards the basement. They're over there.
Hello.
And for the record, the
He's
car
gonna start
drove through
walking that
her
direction.
and me.
Hi. I'm just kind of wave at you.
Oh, I must keep you safe. And Raphael is going to run in and try to roll protect someone. It's actually not bad. Okay. It's going to be... It's either he suffers little harm, all impending danger is now focused on him. Actually, yeah, we're going to do that. So Raphael, vaults this car, burning his hand a little bit, and hops to Oak's rescue, kind of helping pull him out of the rubble. You gotta get out of here, Oak. My pamphlet head. It told me to keep you safe.
I was attacked by zombies in the basement. I think I'm safe now. I've got a gun.
Oh, the zombie is still there? Hector's saying as he's walking to the basement. He's rifling through this leather bag that he has.
I need you to act under pressure as you have vaulted this somewhat burning car.
Oh.
Somehow gotten around these terrible things.
Hector's not vaulting over anything. He's getting around somehow. Act under pressure. I'm gonna tell you right out of the bat, that's not a high skill that I have. Hector's not cool. Oh, but I rolled an 8.
That's not bad. That's a mixed success. I'm going to give you a worse outcome, hard choice, or a price to pay. The price to pay is that it's going to hurt a little bit.
I figured.
But a little bit. You just take 1 harm.
Okay. Ow!
But you made it on their side. Now it is a recovering cow who is laying on the floor.
Hello!
His eyes are closed.
Don't die. I don't want to take care of you in that way. I'm gonna walk past and yell over my shoulder, if the zombies are still there, then we're not actually safe.
Yeah. I'm gonna jog up behind Hector. I summoned a corpse-eating demon, so if it's still attacking them, that's important because I'm gonna write that down for later.
Are you an academic? Where did you go? Where did you study? Where was your practice?
Where did you go to school?
I went to school, probably Caltech or university.
UIC. You went to school.
Oh wait, UIC. That's right. That's right.
Where our story took place.
That's right. I'm from Chicago, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember. That was a million years ago. Thank you for writing that down, Ty. Yeah, I went to school at UIC.
Oh.
Yeah. Hey,
Well.
okay. Well, all right. I thought it was a pretty good school.
You went to a state college?
You said this was in a basement.
Yeah. I summoned a demon to eat the corpses, but then the corpses started fighting back.
That's very impressive. We'll have to talk about that. Can you help me into the basement?
Yeah. I'm gonna fly and pick Hektor up.
Oh, okay. Well,
Okay, you good.
My goal here is to protect Hektor as he does his thing.
Okay. Yeah, roll protect someone.
That's tough, or which one is that?
Plus tough.
I'm a little tough.
you
12.
way tough today.
12. Very nice. On a 10 plus, you choose an extra. You suffer a little harm. All impending danger is now focused on you. You inflict harm on the enemy, or you hold the enemy back.
Oh god, those are all really good. I think I want to hold the enemy back, because I think if I do that, Hektor is going to be able to do something. That's my hope.
Okay. As you fly towards, Raphael is now kind of trailing behind, trying to follow you both. As you approach the slightly ajar freezer door, you see there are two bodies that have, you see Hektor, they have shotgun wounds, and one has a sword slash through the heart, or stab through the heart, and you hear jangling coming from a ladder below.
And I actually have I have the shield spell advanced, so I conjure this ball of force to kind of push things back and protect Hektor. Yeah.
And you see, as you're kind of Hektor, you see them, they are trying to get past this force wall.
I don't know how long I can do this.
Oh, well, hold it for a quick second, and I'm just gonna dig through this bag and pull out, a comically chunky looking pistol, that has all sorts of strange beakers and wires attached to it, and is gonna push a couple buttons on it and say, I would say plug your ears, but don't drop me. And it's going to he's gonna shoot at these zombies, with his goo gun.
Okay.
That he has.
Roll. I think it's 6 mass for that.
I hope you're right. Oh gosh, this is not great.
While Hector is doing that,
Okay.
I would just like to set up eventually being able to catch my breath, stand up, and go check on the person who was driving the car.
Okay. Yeah.
Just whenever that's done.
Yeah.
I got a 7.
That's not a failure.
It's not. Do you want me to read the tags for this gun though?
Yes, please do.
Okay. It's 3 harm, far, messy, area, fire, reload, and unreliable.
Let me pull up again. Go on.
It's a lot of things. I made this in my basement.
Yeah, well, all the characters, all these weird things are.
It's a couple of things.
The goo gun, 3 harm, far, messy, area, fire, reload, unreliable.
Yep.
What a hot mess.
It's on brand.
What does it look? We'll talk about what that looks like. What does it look like when he shoots this thing?
I think it's kind of a almost like what you would envision, like a electroplasmic beam, like a ball just kind of shoots forward, and I imagine it kind of looking a bit electric, but upon contact, just kind of hits them, kind of like a ball of glue, and envelops them, and kind of essentially like a black hole just kind of implodes on itself.
Oh, terrible. Here's what you see as this happens. Kind of guided, and you got a 7.
I did.
Protected by, with the interference from this shield that Oak has created, this gets fucking everywhere. There is this goo flame mess that is now on the meat hanging in the freezer, on these 2 shambling bodies towards you. You get a tiny bit on you, Oak, as you are currently carrying Hektor. And Hektor, you get some on you as well. You don't have to harm from these things that are being held back, but everything in this room is going to take. You 2 take 1 damage each. These things take 3 harm, and they are now burning, I think, and you see the flesh being burned away. And this room has been lit ablaze as well.
I haven't used this in a while. We'll kind of like just wave it a little bit. I think it's broken, so I may need to work
Looks
on.
right down the barrel.
Hello.
Goes off for like no reason.
Just grew my eyebrows back.
Isabeau, you can roll a either investigate a mystery or keep your cool as you're running up to this car. Either way it works.
Keep my cool is much better than my sharp, which is really funny considering I was supposed to save people. Oh, that was a journey. That's an 11.
Good. You keep your cool. You do what you set out to do. You run to the. What is? Are you just running up to the car and looking inside? Or are you trying to like open it up and deal with?
Once I kind of recover and gain my senses from the fact that I just got hit by a fucking car, I realized that there was probably somebody driving that car. And I get up and I head to the car and I am essentially assessing the situation and seeing whether getting him out or why the fuck he drove into a building.
You see the deployed airbag, and there is a body currently laying limp, slightly on fire on top of it. You see it is a man with a powerful black goatee, which you can just see kind of as the head is slightly to the side of the airbag. He is bald. He is wearing denim jeans and a black tank top.
Can I pull him out?
You could absolutely do that, yeah. With
Yeah.
that roll? Yeah, I'll make a roll again. Yeah, well, he is kind of on fire, though.
Oh.
Put him out? Okay.
Pat him out. I'll take off my jacket and douse him.
Yeah, you put this body out, and you lay it on the ground, and his eyes are currently closed.
Does he have a pulse?
For this roll, keep some cool.
What?
Roll, keep your cool for this.
Well, that's not that's a 4.
Yeah. Make sure to mark. I don't know if I said it since we've been back, team, but make sure to roll mark experience once you fail a roll. That's how you level up in this game. And I know Chris isn't here, but once you fill the bar, that means you get a level up, and then you reset the bar. You don't just keep adding experience for funsies.
Yeah, that's 2 2s. It's 4.
Okay. What happens is you go to touch this body, and the eyes stay closed, but a hand reaches up and grabs your throat.
Oh!
Lucy,
I feel like my reaction would just be the punch in the face.
Okay. Lucy, what do you do as you have been witnessing this for this whole scene for a little bit? What is Lucy doing?
Lucy is mostly like crossed her arms and watching this unfold. Like what is this? And knowing that car's probably, if it's on, is the car like ablaze?
No,
like this is a bonfire?
I think the lodge was mainly put out by Oak's spell. The car is still, especially on the inside, in fire. In fire.
In fire.
In fire. That's how people talk.
That's 2020. We're all in fire.
Well, so I think that I will probably go up and honestly try to move the car farther away from the building, because if any of that fire touches any oil inside of that, it's going to be real, real bad. So it might explode, and I don't want it to explode near my friends.
Okay. Roll. You have a strength thing, don't you, as a level up?
Unholy strength.
Yeah,
Nice.
unholy strength. Roll was weird. I believe
That strength is so unholy.
Oh. Math.
1,000,000.
14.
14. That is excellent. You can choose.
It's going to be the only good roll of the night. So,
For the ones that are applicable to this situation, either you suffer less harm, you inflict terrible harm. For this situation, it would be you do it 100%, or you gain the advantage, take +1 forward, or give +1 forward to someone else.
so could you do that one more time, but like 10 times slower?
Yes. Either You can suffer less harm.
Okay.
-1. You inflict terrible harm. For this situation, it would be you move the car. Like, I would let you move the car entirely out of the lodge.
Okay.
Or you gain the advantage, take +1 forward, or give +1 forward to someone else.
No, I want to get it out of here.
Okay. You take 1 harm from the burning.
Okay.
As you all watch Lucy just kind of. What does it look like when Lucy does this?
I think Lucy probably, as she tries to like use her strength to do this, I think that I feel like I'm remembering this right from our one shot, but my skin becomes just a little bit translucent and you can see my skeleton inside as I'm like pushing this away from the building. I think that's it.
And the car is now, the Nissan Altima is now free from the lodge, burning on its own. Hektor and Oak, you are now witnessing the aftermath of the first shot of this goo gun. You see past Oak's shield, which is faded now, this force field. You see the 2 bodies in front of you, and the one making its way up the. You see, like, you now see the hatch open, and one starting to move out of the ladder. What you see is, after the flesh has been burned away a little bit, and you see kind of a little more of the internals. You see within the bone and the tendons, there is something intertwined. It looks to be brown, and it looks to be wood, slick with blood. It is intertwined with the now visible bones and with the tendons as well. You also see there are a few tiny sapphire-colored buds growing from this wood.
That's not normal.
Have we seen the wood slick with blood thing before?
No, not in this context.
Okay.
Have I seen that before?
Fractured memory.
It's such a great skill.
And did you say it was growing out of the...
It's not growing out, it's intertwined within the bone. It's not growing outside of flesh.
But like the buds, the like...
Oh yeah,
sapphire,
growing
those
out. They are growing out of the
wood.
wood. Correct.
That's so cool and so gross.
Mega gross.
Yeah, I want you to still roll fractured memory.
Yeah.
Any chance I can get. Oh no. Oh, it's still a 7.
Still 7. That's not bad. Here's what you get with that. You flash back entirely. You see this freezer you are currently in a much nicer, cleaner state. No actual meat inside, and you're sitting there with a woman with curly black hair that falls past her shoulders. She's wearing a magenta suit, powerful shoulder pads, and she's holding a sword with a kind of granite marbled sphere on the pommel.
Who is that? Who is she?
And you are looking face to face inside this totally different freezer. And you hear this person in front of you open their mouth and says, "How'd the hunt go, Hektor?" And with that, you flash back, and
The young man.
you are now currently in this current freezer, the chaos in front of you. Oak, what are you doing? You saw Hektor just do this and then zone out entirely as these like shambling things are coming towards him. Still partially on fire.
I think Oak's eyes widened because he didn't know there'd be fire. And he's like, the books. How are the books doing?
You haven't gone inside of like the shaft that leads downward.
Fuck, 7 hells.
But this freezer is for sure on fire. I will give you this. You will think that if you continue to leave this hatch open, and with these things being on fire and let everything go as it will probably spread downstairs.
Spread what?
The fire downstairs.
Oh, okay.
In the current situation.
Okay. How do I best protect the books?
Ditch the old man who sets them on fire. The books. The books.
Kill Hektor.
Hektor must die.
You don't understand. Fractured memory, but books.
But books.
I have no idea.
Live and I do the same thing. It's fine.
How many zombies are dead? Are any of them dead?
None of them are dead. The two in front look severely damaged by this flame blast. The one crawling up, which is now crested the hatch, you can see the shoulder and the arm are missing, and there is some fire on it. It looks like it's barely making its way out of this thing.
Okay, I'm just going to say to Hektor, please no more fire. There are books we need, and I'm going to take a shot with my shotgun.
Okay. Yeah. Roll it.
I'm going to get good at this shotgun one way or the other. 7.
Nice. A mixed success. Yeah. Here's what happens for this mixed success. You're actually not going to take any damage. What happens is you destroy, you level your sawed-off shotgun at these three unknown creatures.
Yeah.
And you blow them apart on fire. You see, you blow the flesh apart. Some bone, a piece of forearm just goes flying across and hits a piece of meat on the other side of the freezer. And these things lay dormant. You can see inside of their bodies. You can see this root intertwining all the way up the shoulder blade. You can see it on part of the ribs. It's not just bones exposed, but from what you can see inside, generally a rib cage is intertwined with this, part of the spine on a different body. And Hektor, you are witness to this. However, one of the bodies, the one that was crawling up, falls down, still partially on fire.
Ha! Hektor's just kind of like, well, whatever hearing I had is now gone.
What?
I'm gonna ignore the body that fell into the pit, and I'm gonna they're fascinating, so I'm gonna go and study these weird bone wood flower things. Assuming they're not on fire. Yes.
The fire they're going out a little bit. I mean, they're close to still partially aflame, but yes. Yay. So you want to study them? Yeah. I'm gonna have you roll investigate a mystery.
The mystery of the weird bones. That uses sharp. I'm a sharp, weird old man. 8.
8. You can ask me one question.
Oh.
The ones that are probably most applicable is what is being concealed here. What was it going to do? What can hurt it? Those are probably the most applicable. Or what sort of creature is it maybe? I'd give you something. Or you can think. So you can think about this if you need to. I can switch perspectives.
That would be lovely.
Okay. We're going to go back to Isabeau, who has a hand on her throat.
Yeah, I think she's just gonna go. Cal?
Cal is currently lying somewhat conscious on the other. Well, now you can see a giant hole in the lodge. You can
I don't know that.
Dirt. Oh, yeah, that's true. You're probably not focusing. Yeah, roll. Why don't you roll plus charm for this if you're going to try to get Cal to help you out?
Oh,
I can roll with Cal if you're not going to do that. We'll probably do both. You roll and then I'm going to roll.
I mean, okay. Ooh, snake eyes.
That's pretty bad, but
I mean, whispering.
Yeah, it's true. You have a hand on your throat.
Sure.
You can mark experience, so that's always a plus.
I am almost leveled. I need one more, y'all.
It's getting close.
So close.
You are going to take another harm as this thing begins to clench down.
Cool.
And
I'm unstable.
Good. And you are beginning to lose, your vision is fading in and out.
Yep.
And you see, through whispers, you see Cal beginning to, try to, stumbling, trying to get to his feet and trying to scramble towards you.
Can I try to like hit him or something?
Yeah, you can roll kick some ass.
Okay. All of my dice have betrayed me. That's better. That's 8.
That's better. Okay. On an 8, you're going to inflict harm on each other. So you are doing a... This is just with your hands. You're not really doing anything. You don't have your mace on. Well,
I don't think I would have the wherewithal to... I did pick up the mace, but I don't know if I have the wherewithal to hit him with it.
probably not.
So I assume I'm just hitting him with my fist.
Okay.
I'm just popping
I
one.
think fist is just one harm. Yeah. You pop it in the face. It seems unaffected, but
great.
you've taken you hear the jaw crack and unhinge a little bit.
Do I take another harm?
Yeah, you take another harm.
Cool.
Lucy, what do you do?
I'm assuming that I can tell that Isabeau is in very bad.
Yeah, she's bleeding a lot, and she's getting choked by the driver of this vehicle.
And it's not a good choke. It's a bad choke.
It's a bad choke.
It's a bad choke.
Apples.
So I think that Lucy will go ahead and summon her glaive and run up to this guy, and she's going to stab him directly in the stomach.
Yeah, roll kick some ass.
What do I add to that?
I think for you, read your...
I add weird, right?
Yeah, I think you add weird because of your thing.
Because of my thing? Yeah. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
That's very good. I don't think you've advanced that yet. But on a 10, have you advanced it? I don't think so.
What, my glaive?
No, I don't think you have. I don't think anyone's done any advanced basic moves yet.
Oh, no.
On a 10 plus, choose one extra effect. It's the same thing as last time. You either gain the advantage, you will inflict terrible harm, you will suffer less, or you will force them where you want them.
I'm sorry, one more time?
You will gain the advantage, which means you get a +1, or can give someone else a +1. You can inflict terrible harm, so one more. You will suffer less, or you will force them where you want them.
By force them where I want them, would I be able to shove him back far? Like by jamming this in him and then could I shove him back away so that he drops Isabeau?
Correct.
And can I get in between the two of them?
Yes.
Okay. That's what I want to do then.
Okay. Yeah. You stab. Yeah. Well, before with that, Chris, welcome, Chris. Let's do a very quick recap so Chris knows where his character is and what he is doing.
Oh, Chris.
This is not great. It's not
You good.
Welcome to my
Good?
death.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, I was waving nights.
So, Chris, what has happened to Raphael since this has started is you drove with Hektor. You let Hektor briefly see the pamphlet. You made your way to Nana's Fat Slabs, saw a car had driven into it. The building still is partially on fire. The car is burning up. It is a Nissan Altima. You rush to help Oak. You are currently inside of the lodge.
So I don't know where they are yet, or I'm not with the party yet.
No, you are with Oak. You can see Oak and Hektor inside the freezer. You are kind of in the lobby of Nana's Fat Slabs.
I shot a gun at some zombies.
Like the door's open to the freezer.
There is no door. There is a car hole. There is a car hole where the door once stood.
All right. Now I'm putting the pieces together. All right.
Okay, we will go with you in a second. Lucy, you are going to take one harm as you stab this thing through, and it manages to get just a slap off on you. But this thing looks like it is whatever force was propelling it is fading very rapidly, as it is stuck on the end of your glaive, now away from Isabeau.
Great. I'm going to stare it in the eye and I'm just going to twist this glaive around. I would like to just destroy him. That's my goal.
Okay. Roll once more.
Yeah. We'll just roll over, army crawl a little bit away and then just pass out.
It's not good.
It's not great.
No, my roll was not good.
Oh shit.
It's not great. That's a 3 plus 3, so we have a 6.
So mark experience.
Great.
What you see and what happens to you, and Isabeau, what you are seeing as you are passing out. Raphael, what you see on the other side of you, on the opposite side of the car hole, is this body retches in such a way your glaive is torn from you. And it is sticking through this body, which is stumbling outside. Raphael, you were caught in between these two parties. You see someone you've never met. You see, describe Isabeau for Raphael.
Isabeau is about 5'9", 5'10", long brown hair, wearing a black leather jacket and jeans. She is nice. She's well built, broad shouldered. I've always described her as a taller Ronda Rousey kind of body type. She is currently cut to shit for being hit by a car because she's stupid. And she is unconscious on the ground because she just got choked out by this dude.
You see a body that looks like that, unfamiliar. You see another figure with kind of shoulder length brown hair, kind of stumbling towards this other body. You see Lucy engaged with a shambling body that currently has taken her glaive away from her. You see on the other side of you in the freezer, you see Oak with Hektor. What do you do?
Where's the relation of Oak and Hektor with Isabel and
the opposite side? So you're in the middle. On one side, you see Hektor, and you see Oak inside of the freezer. You see the car hole, and on the outside of that, on the outside of the building, you see Isabeau laying on the ground. You see a figure stumbling towards her, and you see Lucy fighting this body.
And so which one's on the ground next to Oak? Like there's someone shambling.
Oh, there's no.
Oak?
You can see there are two. Oak has just. You heard a powerful shotgun blast, and you see two bodies in front of Oak, who's now holding a sawed-off shotgun.
Okay, now I'm on board. I'm gonna go smash the guy that's fighting with Isabella.
Isabeau.
Isabel. Okay.
Isabeau.
Isabeau. Okay.
Yeah, roll kick some ass.
Yep, the dice.
Wait, is he beating up Cal?
No, he's the one that was...
That has not. Lucy's glaive.
You are fighting the body and not the guy running towards Isabeau, or are you? Okay, I'm not okay, Raphael.
Which one looks dangerous? Where's a dangerous thing? There's the one with the glaive in it, right? That's still
that one's definitely an enemy.
Okay, I was like, don't beat up my boyfriend, please.
The one that looks like that. Kick some ass. Yep. I'm right here. What do I roll?
It's always 2d6.
Okay, now I'm with you.
And you'll hedge yourself.
Rolling in. I'm in character right now. Raphael's confused and not sure what's going on. Okay.
Accurate.
That is plus tough, which is plus 3. So that is 10 total.
Very good. You can choose an extra effect. Either you're going to gain the advantage, take +1 forward, or give +1 forward to someone else. You inflict terrible harm, you suffer less, or you force them where you want them. You don't need to force them where you want them. I will tell you that straight away. That's not going to be necessary.
I could deal extra damage, right?
Yes.
Yep, that's what I'm going to do.
What does it look like when you kick some ass?
Well, I take out my hatchet, which kind of, like a switchblade, just flashes into a giant warhammer. And say, oh, you know, Mom always said you're supposed to be nice to ladies. And I just, like a fun house, just smash right over his head like one of those fun house toys.
You see this body crumple, like just surrounding Lucy's glaive as this body just falls to shit, bones crunching.
I hope that was okay. I'm kind of on the run from the law.
A+.
And with that, there doesn't seem like there's any more enemies, right?
No.
I'm crying.
I rush over to Oak and I'll stand in front of the freezer door just with the hammer and look around. Okay.
We switch to Oak and Hektor. You are inside the freezer. You had just investigated, Hektor. What
Yeah.
did you decide?
I want to know, specifically pertaining to the weirdness inside of the body, what can it do?
What can it do? So what you find is, I think upon closer investigation, despite the fact you were in a somewhat burning room, you see there is like, with some of the flesh that is left, you see a small hole on the back of the neck of this thing. And you, like, as you're sifting through, you see these roots wrap around the spine into through the skull. They wrap pretty low on the spine and through the shoulders, through the arms. They do not extend to the fingertips. They do not extend past the pelvis, as far as you can tell.
I'll say it again. That's not normal in my book.
Okay, you've seen this burning body fall down into the basement. What do you do?
Oak is gonna say, yeah, I'm good. Oak says, there are books. I really need this place not to burn down because we have to stop who is behind this, and I have to stop a lady named Karen. And for all I know, they're the same person. And I'm gonna fly into the cellar, like where the books are.
Do you need me to come with you? Oh, okay, bye.
You fly into this now nearly pitch black cellar. The only light coming from the small porthole leading up. You see, and from the embers of this body that is slowly trying to rise, but is having a ton of issues doing so. The fire has not yet caught to any of the bookshelves, as they are made of metal, and there are not a lot of books lying around. You also hear the screams as this flesh monster has now become just flat up against the wall. It is taking up a lot more space. It is no longer blobby. It is just pushed up against. You can see the many mouths with their sharp teeth and wagging tongues, as there's no more portal where you summoned it in the first place.
Fucking 7 Hills. So, is that zombie on the ground? Is that an active threat?
It doesn't look like it's going to get up and hit you this turn, but
Okay.
It is not completely taken out yet.
Fuck. Okay, well, if the books are... I'm reading the situation as the books are fine, so
Correct.
I am going to try to destroy that zombie that's on the ground, and then I'll think of how to deal with the demon.
Okay. What are you going to roll?
Well, I'm in the air, so I'm going to fly up to the... I'm going to... I'm going to fly over to it, I guess I have to, and I'm going to try to just blast it with my shotgun again.
As you fly up, you realize the shotgun has not been reloaded. And that's where that comes into play.
I'm going to kick it.
Yeah. Roll kick some ass.
I'm going to flying missile kick it, just like I did that sound demon. 9.
Nice. You, with your flying missile kick, you learned in one class in college at UIC. You just destroy this thing's skull, and it is gone. You feel the fragments of it just poking through the skin, and the flames are eventually burned out. It's not like super on fire.
Okay, well that's what I
And
did.
there seems to be other than the shrieking mouth Bing in this room, it seems to be pretty calm. The lodge is still kind of on fire, a little bit, but the basement's alright.
As long as the basement's fine, I don't care about the lodge. Oak is just gonna sit there and take a beat because he's completely overwhelmed.
Hector's head just kind of comes into frame from the top of the ladder. Is everything okay down there?
No, but yes.
Oh, well, give me about 2 minutes. And Hector's gonna start climbing down the ladder. Very slowly.
Does it smell like delicious cooked steak in here? Like,
Well,
excellent.
now it smells like
Smoked meat.
now it smells like well, the burning wood and car probably oversmell the meat a little bit. But I mean, yeah, some of the meat's been cooked a little bit more.
These fat slabs make a lot of fire. It's like when you get hamburger and it's got too much fat in it. It's like that, but a lot of fat slabs. Excuse me, ma'am. You look like you may be in need of some assistance. would you care for me to remove some of your wounds and place them on myself?
You are talking to an unconscious person.
Yeah, she's unconscious.
I believe that is called acquiesce, which is a silent yes. I'll lay on hands.
All right, roll that. It's called suit in this game, but yeah, same concept.
Oh wow, I got a 10 plus nothing, so 10.
You don't get it plus anything?
I don't have anything
Or
on
is laying
cool
hands?
because it's 10 plus my cool.
You're right. It is laying hands too. All right. On 10, you can heal 2 harm.
Oh,
There you go. And you're stabilized.
And
Oh,
you
I
don't
don't even
get-
get hurt.
You don't
from
get
that.
hurt by it. You gain no scars. It for the first time I think ever works without hurting you.
This is unusual.
Oh, that's nice.
Good
I think
morning.
she's gonna just stay unconscious for a little bit, though.
Would you perhaps care for some sustenance? Maybe a fat slab?
I could go. You see her this figure next to her with long shaggy hair goes. I could use a fat slab. I'm Cal. And
I'm
offers
gonna
a hand.
go. I'm gonna go look for some fat slabs.
Awesome. Fantastic. Roll
Did they
Use my
just
hatchet
leave me
maybe to
there?
shave
They
some
just
meat off
leave me
one.
there.
Yeah.
They just leave me there.
They're
They just
gonna
leave
get
me.
some meat. They're gonna get some meat and bring it back.
They just fucking leave me there.
Seems
Couple of
pretty
bros
safe
getting
except for
some
the
meat.
burning car.
Wow.
Lucy, what are you doing?
Wow. That's some shit.
So the creature that had my glaive is dead. Is that right?
The body is now crumbled, like smashed, like around this glaive.
Great. Could I? Well, first of all, she's pissed because that's hers and she doesn't want anybody touching that. But could I just like unsummon it and then resummon it in my hand?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm gonna do that, and walk away from that hot mess, and I will go to a different hot mess now.
Which one?
Isabeau seems to be okay, like she's in good hands. I'm gonna pat. Oh dear God, what is your name? Raphael on the back, and I will go inside to survey the damage in here. I don't see anything right except like wreckage and shit. Right?
You see some flames. You see the bodies that Oak laid out and Hektor laid out. You see the hatch to, like, this is inside the freezer. You see the hatch to the basement is open.
Okay.
You hear voices coming from downstairs and screaming.
Good. Great. I am going to poke my head down there and say, so I know there's books down here and stuff, and there's a lot going on, but at some point I don't know if people will notice that a car ran into a building and then there's like fire and screaming or what, but I feel like we might not want to linger too long.
With a mouthful of shaved meat, Raphael says, do you believe that the burning car could possibly be an immediate threat?
I shoved it pretty far away, but it sure could blow up because flames and a car don't mix.
I turn on the faucet and like fill up a cup and I just start.
Yeah.
Bless you, child. You sweet summer child, you.
Ty, did they just leave me lying on the ground, or did
So
someone?
Cal came back with meat. He's sitting there. He's like sitting next to you eating meat and like kind of waving some nice ham, honey glazed ham in front of your nose. It's using it like smelling salts.
Ew.
I imagine did you just like yell down the opening?
Yeah, I yelled.
Hector's on the ladder as you're yelling down.
I like wasn't looking, and I'm just like yelling at everybody, and then we're like face to face.
Hello.
Hello.
Just continue.
And I'm just gonna. So we should really wrap this up, I think. Can we just grab a bunch of books and go? Oak?
I have to banish this demon, or I could just leave it here.
Why don't you do that and I'll get the books. I have, and I'll just pat the briefcase. Yeah. Go. I'm just gonna start walking to where there are books.
Okay.
I have no idea what kind of books that Oak wants. I'm just gonna start pulling books.
Sure. Yeah, roll 2d6.
And while he's doing that, I'm just gonna like kick a charred corpse over to the corpse eater so he has a snack as I prepare my banishment.
And it like slowly like melts down from across the wall, like rolling, and just starts nomming on the the burned body.
That's uncomfortable.
Oak whispers to himself, "It's like having Buppo all over again." What'd you get, Hektor?
I got 6.
You got 6? Okay. You grab some books. You got like a handful. And you feel like as you're doing this, as you kick the body, and this blob is beginning to consume it, you feel the blob kind of with its back half nuzzles against you a little bit, rubs up and down.
Maybe I could keep it. I could just like keep it. I mean, we're in the corpse making business. I'm gonna turn to Hektor. Maybe I should just keep this thing because like we make a lot of corpses in our line of work and could just hang out.
Hector's gonna like walk over to it and kind of get real close to it and just really look at this thing. This amalgamation of too many mouths.
Yeah. As like you're like at least 3 of the mouths on the front half, not that there is one, are like really going to town on the corpse. The back end raises up a little bit and licks one of your wounds, and then makes a frown, and then kind of crumps back down.
Oh.
Oh no.
It was saying if you were dead.
Not yet.
Yeah. You're like you know, what do you call it? You're marinating. Because you're really old.
Right.
It's a joke.
Mm-hmm. That's I'm just gonna stand back up. Were there any particular books that you were looking for?
All of them. We're here.
That's a couple more than I can carry.
Ones that involve. I forgot actually my scope. My keywords are this symbol. I hold up my tattoo. Oh yeah, symbols. Symbols, tattoos, and runes.
Oh. Well, that helps.
Yeah. So.
Can I do a second pass?
Yeah.
Do you have time for that?
You don't really need to do a second pass.
Okay.
You grab a couple that seem okay with your first roll. You're still not going to grab a ton more.
That's fine.
But I need you to roll one more time for action memory.
Yeah, I was gonna ask about that.
Players.
8.
8 on a mixed success. Okay. This thing licks you and floats back down, and Oak is trying to instruct you on what to find, and you turn back around towards the fallen bookshelves of this place, and it changes again, the visage, as this place is now immaculate and clean, shining white and silvers. The bookshelves are all up, stocked and full. There is a rectangular table that is made of wood with seats all around it. You see the same woman with curly black hair and a magenta pantsuit. She is taking you by the hand, and she is showing you a door. The door is wooden with a glass panel in front, and says, "I figured you could work here." And the vision fades, and you see a familiar body lying against the wall next to this, with a sword in hand that you recognize, and guts hanging out. And you would recognize the name Gretchen.
Oh. Hello. He'll walk over to her and just kind of stand and look down at her and just kind of nonchalantly gesture with kind of a limp arm and speaking to Oak. I haven't seen her in a really long time. This is a weird way to meet
Hector.
Yeah.
I need you to
Yep.
leave the basement because the last time I banished a demon, my friend went with it. She got stuck in a hell dimension and now she wants to kill me. So, can you please leave with the books?
Hang on. He's gonna reach down and he's gonna grab the sword. And then he's gonna that door that I saw, it was down here, right?
It is like maybe 5 feet from the body
Okay,
in both visions, the both now and previous vision.
gotcha. Would I know if it was locked at one point? Or conversely, would I know how to open it?
Yeah, you can walk up to it. Yeah. You remember there being some sort of lock.
Okay. My goal is to get in there.
Yeah. You walk up to the door, and as you place your hand on the handle, you feel a slight burn. Just for a second. Not enough to actually cause harm. And then you hear a as the door unlocks.
Push the door open and say, "I'll be a second. You do what you need to do." And I'll go inside.
You walk inside, and there are dozens of beakers and flasks and half-finished mechanical oddities, shapes and sizes. There is something that looks like a gun with a large glass tube instead of a chamber. And you stand there, just in this place that seems, at the same time, entirely familiar and extraordinarily distant.
I really want that gun, but I have way too many weapons currently in my possession, in my hands right now. Hector can't carry things.
I would let you, if you want to, you could drop a book to get the gun.
Drop a book. Oh no. Well, yeah. I mean, Hector would. Hector doesn't know who this kid is. He's like a little book for him. Yeah.
You drop one of your books and pick up this. You can put glass gun in your inventory to remember it.
Once Hector had closed that door, I would try to banish the creature.
Yeah. Roll. This is. Give me a second. I believe it's big magic.
Oh, is it? I thought banish was still under use magic.
Let me double check.
Sure.
I'm pretty sure it isn't, but let me double check.
Just for the record, when Lucy hears Oak say that, she's going to. Is there still a hatch to this downstairs?
Yeah, there is still a hatch.
Okay, she's going to close that.
You're going with your friends inside? Okay.
I mean, I'm not locking it.
Yeah, absolutely. Just curious.
Because that's essentially what Oak asked for. He wants to be alone.
Raphael,
Moves the
what
car
side
over the hatch.
Raphael, what side of the hatch are you on? Because you're kind of by this whole scene too.
What do you mean by side? Like in
Like,
there?
are you
going to
try to be in the hatch with that? Like, you've seen Oak go into this hatch. Are you going to try to go along? You're going to let him be on top as you see Lucy trying to close?
Oh, I'll just yell down. Yeah, I don't know how much we have to go into, but I'll yell down to see if he needs a hand. Hey, good to. We'll see you a bit. I've been sleeping a little bit too long.
I think I could do this alone.
You want a hand? I got a big blue thunder hammer.
Well, let's talk about that for a second.
Yeah.
Because here's what you have. You can either bar a place or portal to a specific person or type of creature. You can trap them, or you can banish a spirit or a curse from something. You can summon a monster into this world, but you cannot get rid of it with regular magic.
Oh, it's banish a spirit.
Yep. So you will have to use big magic to get rid of this thing.
Okay, I mean, I'm willing to try.
You want me to smash it?
I
Does
get
that
it.
help?
No, I'm good at this. I promise.
Okay.
Okay.
Here's what I'm going to require for you to do this big thing.
Yeah.
It's going to have a specific side effect or danger, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
And we're going to say you're going to need at least 2 others to help cast it.
Shit.
And you're going to need to use magic rolls, so those will be the 3 things, okay?
I need help.
I'm gonna fling that open and start going down.
That's why I'm here.
I pry the door open. Hello, you what?
Everyone was
Good.
just waiting around
Good.
the corner.
Okay. I see the other 2 of you and say, okay, and I'll close the door again.
So it's going to be Oak, Raphael, and Lucy trying to do this spell, correct?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just upstairs watching my boyfriend wave ham in front of my face to try and wake me up.
Are you alright? Are you feeling any better? It's the honey really baked in. I don't know if you can smell it, but damn, can you taste it?
Are you really using ham as smelling salts?
Well, it's either that or burning tire.
You're right. The ham was a good choice. I'm really
And he,
proud of you.
Like
Enjoying it so much.
tries to feed you a piece as he continues to eat his own.
God, thank God you're cute.
And we shift back down to the basement. What does it look like as Oak tries to cast this? What kind of setup do you have?
So I think he carries that kind of like that bag that he has, and he's gonna start just pulling out like various assets for this. Definitely gonna draw some chalk in a runic circle as he references like this small little manual. He's like, I think this is right.
Yeah, and you're gonna have to roll to use magic for it.
Yeah. Okay, so when performing big magic, I have go big or go home. When you use magic as a requirement for big magic, you have a +1 to the use magic roll. So.
Good.
Oh my gosh.
Oh no, that's only act under pressure. Okay, we're good. Okay. 13, mama.
Very nice. So a 13. You see that, like, as it's you've made the circle around this many-mouthed blob, which is now is now picking the corpse clean. You can see as your spell, these runes begin to light up. You can see exposed the bone with these roots intertwined along the spine, rib cage into the skull, wrapping around the shoulders and into the arms. And the portal begins to light up as the blob begins to move a little bit, kind of like where it was flat against the body, it's now kind of raising up, kind of moving around, almost like it's looking though it has no eyes. And you see a great, like, just void appear below it. And just with that, it is sucked inside. Before this void kind of closes back up, what you see, Oak, only you, I think Lucy and Raphael are still kind of around this circle, providing their own magics with Raphael's ethereal kind of weaponry and armor, and Lucy's energy she normally expends during her, harvesting, let's say. You see this blackness just go on endlessly. You also see small, like, discolorations in the shape of circles just peppered out, different sizes just kind of emanating in, like, almost like large stars into this void. And the portal closes.
I very quickly look around and I see that those 2 are there, and I shout, Hektor! Oh, fuck. I banished Hektor. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck.
Wouldn't we have seen it if he got banished,
I
too?
don't know.
I think you did a really good job, Oak. I don't want you to forget this the next time you have to cast something, okay?
I put a hand on Oak. I remember one time when we had a dog and I got hit by a car and I had to put it down. It was really hard.
Yeah.
This is probably like that.
Yeah, Hektor was really old.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk over and knock on the door. Hey, Hektor?
Hello?
Would you like help carrying those books?
Oh. Yes.
I'm gonna turn around.
I
Sorry, were you calling? I can't.
There's still like a ringing the shotgun. I can't really hear.
Right.
Add the tag tinnitus.
No, not the tinnitus.
We'll pick up one of those hearing aids from Walmart.
Yeah,
I need like the.
I need one of those.
Yeah. Just give me like an old one, just like the horn, the ear horn.
Yeah.
And you are all left in this basement, which smells of viscera and now burning flesh. Hector inside the office, and the others inside the main kind of lobby area.
This would make like a really good base of operations, but I think we should leave.
It was
Yeah.
a really good base of operations once.
We might be able. What?
Go ahead.
Oh, I've points towards Nan. Maybe we should leave first. Place is making me uncomfortable.
Yeah, it's on fire. That's why it's uncomfortable. It's real hot in here. I turned on the faucet, but it didn't help none.
Are we pretty remote out here, right?
Yes, you are on the outskirts of Hush Hallows. There is woods to the back of it, and there is a long, I think I said 2-mile dirt road that leads up to this Nana's Fat Slabs.
We could just clean it up. Could just.
Can't clean fire. We could put it out.
Would I know of where any fire extinguishers would have been kept at one point in time?
I want you to roll.
I have many things. Oh wait.
Can I also
Never mind.
hit Cal and be like, you could start fires, can you put them out?
I would, if I could say this, I would let you use your genius ability in the opposite effect during the
I would love to, please.
Oh,
Helpful genius, not destructive genius.
Well, we'll find out. Roll plus weird.
Hell yes, 12.
Nice.
Very good. So it's going to stop to fire. Basically, it is magic, close, loud, and you can use it once.
Sweet.
Oh, you can also choose 2 from the effects table below.
Neat. Maybe used up to 3 times, hopefully.
Area would be a good one for this, I would say.
Yeah, definitely area. How many can I can add 2?
2.
Well, up to 3 times, hopefully.
And the area?
And the area, yeah.
Cool. What does it look like?
Well, I basically, so after some, oh, no, I won't go upstairs. I'm going to turn back into this workshop and, start grabbing things. And so the onlookers, it's completely random things, like the, vials of this weird, almost solid, gelatinous substance that he then mixes with this strange, somehow still slightly carbonated liquid, and mixing it, essentially making his own super fire extinguisher, that is then attached to a hose and is then sprayed throughout the house.
Excellent. We're gonna roll kick some ass to do this upstairs.
Cool. You know what? Can I give it to someone else? Okay, I want to give it to Raphael, the one I've known the longest, and say, "This might help This might help more than the faucet.
I mean, I'll give it a try.
A little
I guess
touchy, gentle."
I'm actually fighting fire,
Yeah, roll kick some ass.
even with my roll. That's a 9 plus 3, so whatever the math is, 12.
Very good. Yeah, with
12.
that, this thing, what does it look like when it actually goes off?
It's messy.
There's this foam everywhere. It lifts you off the ground at one point, even with your massive size and muscles, and you barely keep this thing under control as the remaining flames engulfing Nana's Fat Slabs are put out with this just weird looking foam.
That
But
works
you're
a
left,
lot
and you
better.
Isabeau and Cal see Raphael run out with this strange tubed machine and just spray foam messily across as the flames smolder. And I think with that roll too, with that much success, you can put out the car if you want to. It's like very on fire. But Raphael just runs around and puts it all out.
That's the best thing I've made in a long time.
Well, that's nice.
Thank you, Manapot Studios, for the raid.
Welcome.
Okay, and you guys are now left in the smoldering remains of Nana's flat slabs. Isabeau lying on the ground eating fresh honey ham with Cal. The rest of you in the basement after Raphael has run out and put out the flames. What do you do?
Do we want to move in here?
Did I have a room here at one point, or was this more like a
I
hangout
think with your
place?
previous role, you would know there are some bedrooms here, but it was not that everyone lived here.
Gotcha. There's some rooms upstairs.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if we should all sleep here, but
No, but like for,
the base.
you know, yeah.
Yeah. I think that'd be good.
I mean, they got lots of meat, ain't got no Dutch babies.
I would do anything to not hear those words again, I swear to God. I would live in this burned down lodge rather than spend another night at Brogy's. I just really don't
Yeah,
like
it was a little disco. I do need to get my things from there, but
I gotta get my bike.
Well, we also have to deal with the fact there's like a lot of like
Dead
carnage
bodies.
here.
Uh-huh.
And I don't mind taking care of that, but
I
I
do
think we-
need one of those not burned ones.
like a body? Yeah. You can take the dude that's outside.
It was
He's like-
not on. He wasn't. Well,
He's kind of on fire, but he's
Barely on fire, but mainly crunched.
I would like. I prefer one of the ones by like the. I point towards the freezer. The ones that were slightly charred but less malleted.
Yes. That there is the ones you kind of picked through before. There are two
Yeah.
inside the freezer who are now they have with the weird foam on them.
Gotcha.
I mean,
Thank it. What I one of the please.
Huh?
I think
I
he's
just want-
asking for
I
a
just-
body.
I just want one of those downstairs so I can look at it later.
yeah.
okay.
Oh,
Maybe.
I think we confirmed that the corpse eater didn't eat the zombies.
You would know that it ate parts of the flesh before they either started animating or it got to parts that were with this root inside.
Okay.
Does anybody else have more questions than answers? Like, why zombies?
I never know.
Who the
what's going
fuck is the guy that just tried to fucking kill me? Why did he drive it into the lodge?
Maybe he's from the Fellowship of the Hushed Hands.
I don't know who that is.
I didn't like. They don't have tattoos or anything. I looked over the bodies. Not your guy up there, but the ones down here that murdered Nana.
Does fuckface have tattoos on his body?
As upon further investigation upon these bodies, you guys can roll investigate mystery. If you like.
All of us? Are we all?
Someone could.
Have at it, Isabeau. You asked.
I did.
I'd like
I
one more
also-
person roll if they want. Actually,
I'm also
Hektor.
dumb, which is really funny. I have
Let's
a
say
minus one.
I could, since I know about the Hushed Hands. Not that I know anything else other than what the sheriff told me.
Yeah, you
Please.
would know what to look for.
Please let Raphael and Isabeau investigate because they're
the dream team.
Yep, absolutely.
Investigative masterpieces.
one brain cell between the two.
I mean, I'm pretty sure I just got bad choked out the last brain
Just
cell
woke
I
up from a
had, so-
concussion. Just investigative mystery.
I'm full of like partially cooked Euro meat.
Well, that's a 4 from me. That's
Mark
very
experience.
6 total.
Mark
5 plus 1.
experience.
But both of you are experienced as you try to
I love
peel apart these bodies and like what you find, I think, looking through them all is, well, a lot of them are charred and missing flesh or bent in certain ways. You don't find any discerning tattoos for sure, from what you can see.
The whole time Hector's walking around, just saying, be okay.
Also, I'm Isabeau, by the way.
Oh,
Now that we're
hello.
digging into bodies. Hi.
Hi.
You can call me Iz.
You could call me Hector.
Hector.
Or Doctor, whatever you feel like.
Doctor.
The one forever ago.
And she'll kind of gesture over to Raphael. And you... Thank you. I assume you're the one that patched me up.
Yep. You look nice.
Thank you.
Like a person.
What do you mean by that?
A nice person.
A nice person.
Yes.
You also look like a nice person.
Thank you.
Who are you?
My name is Raphael. I'm here to protect Oak and to, what did the pamphlet tell me in the car when
It
Hector
told
looked
you.
at it?
It didn't tell you anything when Hector looked at it. Actually, it didn't do anything. Nothing has happened with the pamphlet this episode for you.
Okay, I'm on board.
And
Yep.
I assume you've already met Cal.
He waves a piece of ham at you.
He has a fine taste for the meats.
I love the
Calluses.
shit.
Hector.
Hector.
Hello.
Oh, buddy.
I mean, there's a sheriff looking for us. We could talk to a sheriff or avoid it. It's probably one of the two we should do.
It just turns around and looks at the just, like Lucy said, carnage, and just goes, I don't have many good ideas, it seems, lately. And my head is fucking killing me. I feel like a sheriff at this point would just make things so much worse. I have to remember that she's dumb.
We should.
I keep looking at that -1 sharp, and I'm
Common sense. Common sense is not intelligence. Common sense. You got that.
We should probably make ourselves scarce around the sheriff for now. We can't trust anyone, especially not a sheriff in this town.
Yep. Sorry about that. And I'm gonna start picking up. I'll pick up Nana and start taking her upstairs. Does anybody feel the need for a burial? I know that sometimes people need to do that. Would you like that, Hector? I know I sound confrontational, but it's really just my tone of voice. If you need that, that's fine.
No.
I'll put her down and take care of her last. How about that? You can think about it. Okay. I'm Lucy, by the way. Hello. And I'll put her down and start picking up the other bodies.
I think Hector will slowly make his way over there and just kind of sit next to where Nan is, just kind of leaned up against a wall and just kind of sit.
What are you doing with these bodies, Lucy?
I think I am going to, it'll probably take a little bit of time and I might ask Raphael to help me. But I'm thinking about, God, bodies are really bad to get rid of. I feel like, okay, I'm not great at figuring out where to put bodies, as Emma, but I feel like Lucy might have an idea about what to do here, so I'd like her. Can I roll to see what she would do? I'd like her to come up.
I think what typically you don't have a math. Actually, well, you can roll plus sharp if you'd like to.
Oh. That might not be useful, because oh no, I have 1. Okay, not bad. That's a 7.
That's not bad. I think a lot of times, honestly, Lucy just kind of leaves. She just does her business and leaves. But on the times when she would have to get rid of something, she would kind of sneak it out and bury it, sometimes in just places, hope for the best.
Raphael was a professional gravedigger.
Correct.
Oh, perfect. So I guess we'll probably bury them out into the woods a little bit, and
Well, I don't know if it would interest you, but we could always just.
I think we should dig a trench and burn them. And
Yeah,
then
we could dig a ditch and.
Cal says, "Yeah, we could cremate him." And
Yeah, we
lights
could
up a
cremate
hand.
him.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But I want to put them like in,
Yeah.
away from the trees, in
Sure.
like a
Specific
ditch.
place.
Yeah.
Okay, this takes you guys the better part of the. It is now like 10 o'clock, I think, when this whole thing has happened. This will take you like with the manpower you guys have of 6 people. It'll take a couple hours to do. Is that what you're gonna plan to do for the rest of the evening?
doing that. You assume many things. Not helping buried bodies.
Doesn't look suspicious at all.
Hektor just looks out. Just give me the lookout. You guys do this for the better part of the evening. Maybe taking you guys to around midnight. What you know, none of the player characters here do notice, based on the 2 misses an investigation with the Himbo investigation squad, is that as the bodies are rustled and kind of prepared for burning, some petals from one of the buds begin to float into the air, highlighted by the moonlight of Hush Hallows. And that's where we will end this evening.
No.
Oh, God.
One
Zombie
more
apocalypse.
hour,
Great.
Ty. One more hour.
It spreads.
And that is it for this evening. So go around, everyone say their name, where we can find you, and favorite moments. We will start with Maria.
Hello, I'm Maria. You can find me primarily on Twitter at HappyCapster. You can also, find me here a lot, and also on the Mystery Society. I play there a lot sometimes. And my favorite moment was I love everything with the fractured. I'm going to be selfish. I love everything about the fractured memory thing because it's fantastic and that's one of my favorite tropes ever. But the describing of the scene, even though I knew it was coming, it hit me really hard. Describing Nan showing Hektor the lab and then like cutting to her just being dead. I was like, oh no, that's really sad. That was my favorite.
And we will go to Kaya.
Hey everyone, I'm Kaya Gasson. You can find me on the Twitter sphere at Kurt Charisma. Favorite moment of the night pretty much is whenever Raphael opens his mouth. It just, the things that pour out of you. I was crying at one point, and because I'm so tired, I can't remember what I was laughing so hard at. And if somebody does remember, please remind me. But you said something, and I was dead. So, yeah, that's a hilarious character that brings just sheer joy to my heart. And also, my hellhound boyfriend trying to wake me up with ham is fantastic. Thanks, Ty.
He's a -1 to sharp as well.
We are, thank God we're pretty. Like, that's essentially all we got going for us.
I love Raphael, Cal, and Isabeau is just the beautiful
the beautiful
fools.
mind. We're just...
That was great. That was very good.
Yep. Yeah.
Let's go to Emma.
Hello, I'm Emma. You can find me at MK Hansen on Twitter. You can find me. Sorry, you can find me here, and you can also find me at Mythos Mystery Society. I think Friday. Is it Friday? Friday it starts. Friday I'll be in a game. I couldn't tell you the time though, so you should check Twitter for
I
that.
think it's 7 Eastern.
7 Eastern.
Ish.
Hard when you play in 4 time zones, all 4 of them.
Could not believe.
My favorite moment from this evening. Well, it technically is the moment that Oak did magic. Both Emma and Lucy were really excited for him for that. But I also feel like I don't know if that's Matthew's moment. I have no idea, but that's my favorite moment.
Matthew?
Yeah, hi, I was Matthew Foreman. I am Matthew Foreman.
I was Matthew.
I was.
And now I'm Oak.
I'm Matthew Foreman. You can find me here on Twitch TV/Dice Priori. You can also join our Discord, the Dice Priori Discord, to chat with me there. I also sometimes stream on my own channel at Twitch TV/Matthew Foreman. Matt Foreman, sorry. Matthew Foreman was taken by someone I will one day murder and claim. My favorite moment... It's honestly been really nice to have Raphael back. Like, the whole... just the humor and just everything. This was wild. This was great. And I just think this was a terrific session. So thanks, Ty, and thanks, everyone. This was great.
And Chris.
My name is Chris. You can find me here for the next few weeks running with Ty's game, Monsters of the Week and Hush Hallows. And this weekend, I'll be running Worldwide Wrestling on Saturday night as part of the goings-on of Mythos Mystery Society. My favorite moment of the night was, I don't know if this is Oak's outlook on life, but what he essentially said is living is marinating. that's my favorite moment. Living is essentially marinating yourself to be eaten by a demon one day.
Good. Very good.
Yep.
And I'm Ty. You can find me at Ballroom Brawler on Twitter, where I don't really post. But this weekend, I will be at Mythos Mystery Society. I'm playing in Chris's game with World War Wrestling. I'm running a Delta Green game for a couple people, Maria and Chris included. I am playing a Paranoia game with Emma and Maria. And I am playing in a Call of Cthulhu game on Sunday night. So we'll be doing games there all kind of weekend as a celebration for Bruno's birthday. And my favorite moment from this evening, there were a lot. There were a lot of really good moments. I liked the debate Oak briefly had of whether or not they can keep that creature. He's like, well, could we? Should we? That was a very good internal struggle of keeping a horrible monster in this town.
And throwing out the Buppo reference. Throwing it out there.
Yeah, that was a good old callback too. Yep. Good old callback. A very different relationship that would be than this one. But that was my favorite, so thank you all for joining us. We will be back next week as we continue the adventures in Hush Hallows.
Yeah, we are going to go ahead and raid. It looks like the folks over at Zweihander have a second channel called Grim and Perilous Plays. I checked them out really quick, so we're going to go ahead and raid them. They're streaming in the tabletop category, so go ahead and show them some love. And, am I mute? Yeah, okay. And thanks so much. Thank you for all your support. Be sure to follow, subscribe if you can, gift subs if you can onto this channel, and we will see you all here next week.